how they'd structure it. Like,
Sorry, who was the tank that was missing last time?
Siri.
Theory.
Okay, Siri, you'll be south, Bajan Soldier.
Is that name actually Bajan Soldier?
I believe so, right?
Basically, a
Yes.
dude shows up in front of you, yeah, hit it.
Yeah, there's gonna be a giant armored undead dude at the southern gate. You're going to make sure it doesn't go kill everybody.
Yeah, you essentially just have your tank stance on, hit it, and that's
And
the
stun it
extent.
if it starts doing
Stun its
melee.
areas.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you very much.
It's basically the easiest tank job on slimes.
Actually, tanking the slimes is pretty easy too.
It might
I was
be the
running.
easiest job.
I mean, honestly, slimes in general is easy, and it boggles my mind that people slime wipe all the time.
No,
It can be really tricky on, like, some of them just refuse to fuse sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And a lot of the reputation from it comes from the early prog before there were any strats made, before there were like guides for it. Day one prog of slimes is actual hell. Trying to figure out what was going on and like what was wrong and how to fix it. Part of the issue is there's such a like DPS check to the reds that nobody was starting out with pures. So like that was already a problem. And the intended strat is to kill them on the buttons, but without pures, that's not really doable. So the whole thing just ended up feeling like a giant clusterfuck, even after they figured out what to do. I think Golem side is good. Just let me know when slimes are good.
I think slimes are good. We can ready check.
Okay.
Make sure everyone is still connected.
Yeah.
On my trace route, it's that same pesky NTT node that always acts up.
He's waiting on one.
Cheer squad is ready.
Kizuna, go to bed.
I'm telling you, go to bed. That's
So,
not a request.
A is ready, C is ready. Is B ready?
I should probably ready check D, huh?
Oh hey,
But I've
have...
already been to sleep.
You
I don't care.
said you weren't going to cheer. You're too tired. You're going to bed.
He's ready.
Irma, you
slime's
here?
ready.
Okay.
I'm starting countdown.
Yep.
Apparently, I have the power now to disconnect Kizuna if I choose to. I won't, but
by the way, slime side, all traps are north, so the two tanks need to be careful.
By the way,
please make sure you do northwest first.
Golem side, there's one southwest.
Slime side, essentially the same thing as before. It was perfect.
We just
Despite
have to
missing
have
a
our
tank.
tanks go to the right spot this time. The two that need to cross paths.
sorry.
And yeah, Selkit, you can wait till you're all the way in the room like this to percept. You don't have
For
to.
Perceptors,
Oh, you went way.
Northwest
Oh yeah,
tank.
you were.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you were pretty far there.
All traps found golems.
traps found slimes.
Steady.
Blue golem healers, be ready to Asuna.
Southeast tank, pick up your slimes.
Alright, the blue golem tank needs healed. Alright, we're good.
And then southwest. Healers, you may now start picking up slimes for your tanks.
Alright,
Feed
move
them
to
enough
white
until
golem.
they get a +4.
Save your burst on white golem till it's under 30%.
Once your tank has a +4 slime, you may pull one final one and wait off into the side of the room with them. Tanks, when you're 4 and holding, please call it out and yell.
Move to green.
West, southeast, southwest. Just waiting on the
That's a lot better this time.
Alright. Golem side work on hallway golems. We have 3 or
DPS
4.
stay on top of reds. I think we're all ready. Tanks commit. Pull your final slime.
There are golems to the south as well, remember?
Reminder to move them around on the pad a bit if they don't want to go. Do not leave your room until they start to rupture.
Don't. There's greens fusing in the hallway. Don't let those greens fuse. Kill that green.
Golem side work on red golem.
DPS, keep picking up reds as we leave. Everyone head out north. Watch out for the trap in mid. Everyone head out north. Pop sprints. Everyone out north into the far east on the bridge.
Healers can rescue anybody who's left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on healers and DPS. Tanks can take it.
All the way in the corner.
Ooh, double rescue.
Right,
Didn't like
get the red to the button. Tank died.
I got him.
Pick-
On Ellie.
And then just DPS whatever comes toward us.
That'll do.
There we go.
Nice.
And any
Seven
deaths
dead.
good.
Oh, yeah, dead.
The healers don't jump over yet.
3 deaths on
Everyone is
golem
up in
side.
A on
Uh,
slimes.
No death in B on slimes.
He is clear.
See, okay, slimes is good.
No death
I'm
slimes.
trying to rest.
Slimes are good.
Home gang went on cooldown. I'm gonna cry.
I got one.
It went on cooldown but still killed you.
Yeah.
Oof.
Bro is the biggest.
Blame the
enemy.
lag.
Wait, we're good on slime side, everyone?
Slime side is good.
There are 2 deaths still on golem side.
Okay.
I have to eat my chicken.
Mm,
Well, my
Alright, we
lag
have
is bad enough.
On the
1
ups-
death left,
pretty much.
and it's Haru.
And now we want to drop, protect, and get shell, correct?
Protect isn't even needed from the start for
For some reason I have
non-tanks,
protect,
yeah.
Oh, got it.
Alright, golem side is up. Okay, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. This lag is going to be quite lethal.
So as I said before, you don't, as long as you have a defensive action, you're good. We just treat this like a prog run. I don't know whose fucking markers these are, I swear to God.
So with the lag, I'm having a right now.
I don't think it's worth trying. Like, we do have some people having better lag, but I want to just see how this goes first to see if it's doable. This is, kind of setting us back, 30 to 40 minutes from the start, like if it is a doable run, but I don't want to waste these stuff if it's just not good enough, So let's do ready checks for parties. Can I get a main tank to the front? Alex, thank you.
What?
You stepped up to the front. Do you want a main tank?
No, I'm lagging.
Okay.
I would, but I'm lagging.
Okay, who wants the main tank?
I can do it.
Dana.
One shiny catboy.
Off tank to the front as well. Sue, thank you. Alright, so A is ready, C is ready, F is ready. We're waiting on B, on D, and on E.
B's ready.
E is ready.
Yeah, E does not have a party lead to it, so literally anyone in E can take over as party lead.
Alana and Vayne in Alliance B need shell.
E is ready, cool. So if you need shell still, you can go off to the left in the arena. You do not need protect unless you are a tank. And you really don't even need it here as a tank. So we'll get a few more shells applied. I'll start our countdown, and we can give this the old college try.
We're good now.
Okay.
I'll do what I can. I haven't tanked this too much, but I will try.
No worries. Starting our countdown. Tank stance check. Normally I'd say food check, re-raiser check. Like, this is a lag test first and foremost. Don't waste anything you won't be upset to not have. Like, I'm saying plate bearer, and for me to not be pumping, it says something. You can go ahead and pre-shield your parties.
I'm just going whole hog into it because even if we don't, if it's too laggy, at the very least we can still try to clear for people who are trying to get friendly prog.
Raid White out. Followed by Fourfold Mercy. I'm using true north orientation for these calls. I'll call left, right, and sometimes north, south if needed. Left. Left, right. Left, right, right, left. Left, right, right, left. Followed by seasons. Right twice. Back to left. Orb is at 3. Dodge ice. Look away from 3. Look away. Dodge ice again. Get away from the bloom. Gonna have a raid wide next. Followed by a basic tank buster. Tank buster out. Then get under the boss for Verdant Path next. Under the boss for Verdant Path. Alright. Hide behind. Or no, not yet. That was Tank Buster, I'm bad. Everyone away from main tank. Everyone away from main tank. Ugh. I saw Baleful and just panicked. Next are going to be Chains to Break, followed by Baleful Blade. I swear I've done this before. Wait till chains are fully established, and then it will be hiding behind. Break chains, and then hide behind. Gonna be Ifrit dashes, followed by Baleful Blade. Start at A. We're going to hide behind the barricade at 1. Hide behind 1. You don't have to run all the way across. Raid wide out. Then party stack to the south behind the boss for the next Verdant Path. Going to be clone line AoEs next. Followed by our first Iron Splitter. Be on sand, be on sand. We'll also jump center next. Next, he's gonna jump to, gonna have to be on brick. Follow him as he jumps. Be on brick, watch for Earthshakers. Earthshakers out, don't cleave the party. And next is sand and Earthshakers. Earthshakers out. Clone AoEs followed by a raid wide. Everyone to intercards around the boss. Intercards around the boss. Do not greed. Next up is going to be Ifrit dashes followed by Fourfold Mercy. Start at 2. Fourfold's gonna be left, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left. Right twice.
dead.
And left. Orb is at 4. And get away from the bloom.
Well, shit.
Chains to break, followed by a raid wide. There's going to be a basic tank buster, get away from main tank. Going to be Iron Splitter, followed by Fourfold Mercy next. We'll start on the first safe Iron Splitter rings, do Fourfold Mercy like normal, and end on the next safe rings. It's going to be left. Left, left, right, right. Left, left, right, right. Start on sand. Start on sand. Stay left twice. Then right twice, end on brick. End on brick. Another one at random. Be on sand. Be on sand. Orb is at 1. Dodge ice, look away from 1. Dodge ice again, get away from the bloom. Don't be baited by the clone AoEs, you do have time to dodge. Raid wide next. Followed by Verdant Path. Under the boss for Verdant Path. Under the boss. Next up, we're going to have Baleful Blade, followed by Fourfold Mercy from the clone. This is going to be with knockback. Clone is to the south. We get knockback first, and then it's going to be left. Alright, we're going to get knockback and then do south, south, north, north. Knockback first, and then south, south, north, north on the clone. Right. South twice, north twice. 2. North twice. Chains to break, followed by a raid wide. Next is going to be Iron Splitter, followed by Baleful Blade. Be prepared to... You might need to get out for Iron Splitter. Or for Baleful Blade. It's gonna be with knockback. It's the uptime pattern. Be on brick, pointed towards an intercard. Brick, pointed towards a barricade. Next, we're going to have Chains to break, followed by Fourfold from the clone. Wait for Chains to be established first. Clone is to the east. It's going to be left. Left, left, right, right. Wait to break Chains. Break Chains and then left, left, right, right. It's going to be a Baleful Blade following this. Left twice, right twice. True north, true north. Then hide behind, hide behind. Going to be a Baleful Onslaught. Alright, off tank share. And then enrage. That seemed not ideal. I know, like, this is low enough we can clear it with good actions. But that did seem kind of rough for some people. Yeah. Several DCs, several people, it looked like were just lagging into dying. Let's see. So I think what I'm gonna do, once we're out, if your lag is just too bad to even want to consider it, feel free to drop party, and we can try to find a replacement if it's not too many slots. If things were good enough to give it a try, then we can just keep going and do it for real this time. Lag manager, like I'm seeing most of the people who had bad lag, it seemed doable. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. We're doing it for real. We can give this an actual go. Which means, if we are giving this an actual go, it is still up to you if you save pures for when you get there, since weight isn't really a factor going to Queensguard, but you do need to know healers, whether you are the Steel Sting or Spellforge healer, and have that action. Just double check with your co-healer when you get in, as well as all healers will need Reflect. So all healers need Reflect, and then you'll want to check with your co-healer who's Steel and who's Spell, and make sure to have your relevant action. We are waiting on Suwaru and on Samuo. Yeah, I'm gonna pop my Pure right away. That was, like, not great, but, like, I think doable. So just waiting on Suwaru now. Yeah, I died to that first orb as well, because it like snapshots the orb flash, or the petrify before the actual flash. That's up to you, Selkit. I'm popping it right away, because I don't mind using them. But if people want to save them for Trinity Seeker, just make sure you have Pures and good actions ahead of time.
Anything I need to fix for my tanking?
No, you were good enough.
Okay.
Like, the only, like, kind of tricky thing was not getting it full center for the cross-shaped AoE, but you at least got it facing north, and that's the most important part there.
I mean, I greeted it and I didn't get clipped, so that's good enough for me.
Yeah, I also greeted and didn't get clipped, so like that, you have a 2-for-2 seal of approval there. So again, Sawaru is the only person who didn't ready up. Maybe I just give it a try anyway. Back, cool. I'm not sure if you had said BRB and I just missed. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Cool. Yeah, I had Seraph Strike Perception for that fight, and I was in Plate Bearer. So, like, I was dealing none damage.
You know, I was looking for you to mimic you to pump on tank, and then I'm like, Seraph Strike. And then I look at you. Samurai.
You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed for I out DPS you.
Yeah, I also died to greed early on. Why was I greeting in Seraph Strike, Perception, Plate Bearer?
Plate Bearer.
Like, it's built in. It's just baked in at this point. But I'm popping the good now. The good.
The get good?
Yeah, popping the get good now. I'll still keep Perception at the... Or no, I guess I'll let Selkit handle it. We should be fine.
Okay.
So again, healers, make sure you know if you're Steel or Spell. Because if we do make it to Queensguard, we will need that. And
Tank's
have your...
reaching your stance back on?
Yeah. Alright.
And... boing.
Blue, trap, and white.
One more time.
Nothing in blue, trap, and white.
Heard. I do not have Perception this time, so it's all on you.
Okay.
As far as, like... As far as room traps go, like, you can wait till you're already, like, in the doorway to Percept the first time. And if it doesn't catch it from there, you can run all the way up to the button, and it'll be the one behind. I like to, for the rubble in the hall, or for the one in the middle of the hallway, there's, like, a little pile of rubble off to the east side. I like to be at, like, the south end of that rubble, and that's safe enough to, like, hit everything and not get clipped. And then, as far as the north two rooms go, if you, like, go into the red room, and you get something from the doorway, but you can't find it at the back of the room, it's gonna be the close one in green. because it can reach all the way across the hallway.
Perfect.
And yeah, if nothing else, I'll keep an eye on the south golem and just pick it up if you're a little late.
Okay.
Slimes, it sounds like trap southeast, mid, and one. So percept northwest first when you get there.
Please.
Yeah, we do have a few BRBs in my party.
Northwest tank does like to enter his room.
I mean, at this point, like, especially when I'm slimes. Oh, I think everyone's ready on golem side then. So I will start our countdown. Tank stance check, food check, etc., etc. Yeah, like when I'm slimes DPS, I'll just go into the room and like dodge where the trap would be, and just like pre-position to start grabbing stuff without ever walking where the traps are, because you get a feel for where they can possibly be, and then you just yeah, you just always assume there's a trap until you know it.
Cancel.
Well, okay.
Oh, it's too
Doors
late.
open. Yeah.
Doors open.
Yeah, we have to commit now. Wait for perceptors. Northwest tank. Pick up your slimes.
What happened? Someone BRB?
Yep. So, said BRB in last little bit.
Oh well.
I hope it wasn't anyone important.
All traps found.
I'll be fine.
Blue golem healers, be ready with oh, was it your healer?
I'll live long enough.
Fair enough. Be ready with Asuna.
She's back. She's back. That's all.
Cool.
Yep.
Right, southeast tank. Then southwest.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll just yell I'm immortal as long as it works.
The dancer south hallway. Be careful with your AoEs. You pulled green slimes the past 2 run.
Healers,
yeah.
you may now start feeding green slimes to your tanks.
Dancer AoEs.
Spore.
Dancer AoEs and a size can be really tricky on slimes. It's best just to not risk them.
Gauge.
I feel that. Alright, kill green golem next.
Healers, when your tank is a +4, pull 1 final slime and wait inside the room with them. Tanks, when you are +4 and holding, please call it out and yell.
Golems are 3 of 4. Please work on the hallway golems. There are ones to the south as well.
Why is our samurai up there?
She's waiting on west, southeast, and then south. It looks like slimes is ready. Is golems ready?
Yep.
Right, tanks commit. Pull your final slime.
Work on hallway golems a little longer.
They don't want to fuse. Move them around on the pad a bit. DPS stay on top of reds. Do not leave your room until they start to rupture.
Alright, now we're good to work on red.
Alright, everyone head
All
out
rupture.
north. Watch out for traps. Pop sprints.
Watch it for
Pick
that.
up reds on the way out.
Golem side, build gauge and resources.
Healers can rescue DPS and other healers.
Get it to the button.
All the way to the edge of the bridge.
Alright, we're gonna have to stun or sleep demolishes.
Alright.
Any
Nice.
death slimes?
C is clear.
B is
No
clear.
death on golems.
A is up.
Ah, we're good. No deaths.
Fuck yeah.
Alright. Now that we are at Trinity Seeker, this is where you will want to use Pures if you did not before. Pures, good actions, etc. We are doing this for real. We're doing it live.
Don't forget your loot.
What's that?
Alright, so tanks is before work for me. I have to remember... I changed my hotbars around to like be collapsible hotbars for all my stuff. And while it's decluttered stuff to a degree, it's also like I have to remember where everything is. There's the Dena. Okay.
Be right back in A.
The second rend I assigned to wasting time. I'm not sure if they saw it. I forgot it on the initial roster and then just put it underneath or edited it back in. If not, we can always edit that ahead of time. Yeah, they've got it. Cool. Up to y'all if you who wants to be first and who wants to be second, as always. Let's do ready checks. I know we did have a BAB, yeah.
And yeah, sorry Luna, I noticed it and then just went last chance. Or last second.
Oh shit. Right, gotta pop my beer.
Please do.
That is C, E, and F ready. Yeah, peers, actions, etc. A ready. So we're waiting on B and on D. Bread. Okay, we are waiting on D.
Bread.
I'm just... I know D's normally ready, but... D is 7 of 8. Cool. Also, wasting. Did you want to be first or second, Rend? I can ask you. And, kind of either way. Second? Okay. I can be first.
Furiel's renting?
No.
That scared me.
I pumped too hard to rend.
I know.
Then
also,
when we were talking about this with Tomoe earlier.
Yeah, it's like it's not actually that's the reason. I cannot call and track the 30-second timer at the same time while juggling all my other stuff. It's just too much to keep in mind.
That's a lot.
So, waiting on D still? Are they good?
Yeah, D was waiting on me. I'm back.
Okay, cool. Then I will start our countdown. Tank stance check, food check, re-raisers, good actions and peers. Y'all know the drill. We are doing this for real.
You can blame me, it's perfectly fine.
I will actually hit like a samurai instead of like a pool noodle. You can pre-shield your parties as this fight starts with a raid wide.
You still love pool noodles.
Pool noodles are great. So that raid wide's gonna be first. Followed up by first fourfold mercy. Again, using true north orientation. Generally call in left right, but I'll call north south if it's an easy pattern for it. It's gonna be left, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left. Follow by seasons. Right twice. Orb is at 3. Dodge ice, look away from 3, look away. Dodge ice again, get away from the bloom. Gonna have a raid wide following this. And I don't think we're gonna skip it, so there'll be a basic tank buster. Tank buster out. After this, we'll get in line with the boss for Verdant Path. In line with or under, either way. Gonna be Baleful Onslaught next. Off tank goes Share. Sharing is carrying here on the late nights.
Yay.
Everyone away from main tank. Sharing is no longer carrying here on the late nights. He said the thing. We're gonna have chains to break next. Wait for them to be fully established. Followed by Baleful Blade. It's gonna be with knockback. Wait to break chains. Wait. Alright, break chains, and then get knocked into a barricade. Break chains, then pointed towards an intercard. Next up is going to be Ifrit dashes, followed by Baleful Blade. Start at 2. Start at 2. We're going to get knocked into the barrier at 1. Wait for the first. Get knocked into the barrier at 1. Raid wide next. Party stack behind for Verdant Path. Stack behind. Gonna have clone line AoEs, followed by first Iron Splitter. Be on brick. Be on brick. Oh, it's gonna jump mid. When he jumps again, it'll be sand. So we'll be doing sand and watching for Earthshakers. Follow the boss. Be on sand. Watch for Earthshakers. Don't cleave the party. Next will be Brick with Earthshakers. Don't cleave the party. Brick, Earthshakers. Clone AoEs followed by a raid wide. Once you're healed from this raid wide, you can get to intercards around the boss. Deno, wait for the cast bar. Party can get to intercards. Get to intercards around the boss, including main tank. Do not greed. Gonna be Ifrit dashes followed by Fourfold Mercy next. Start at 3. Start at 3. Gonna be right, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right. So right first, left twice, right one more time, orbit at 2. Dodge ice, look away from 2. Get away from the bloom. Chains to break, followed by a raid wide. Raid wide out. Gonna be a basic tank buster next. Away from main tank. Next up is our Iron Splitter Fourfold Mercy combo. We'll start on the first safe Iron Splitter rings, do fourfold as normal, and end on the next safe rings. Fourfold's gonna be right. We're gonna do south, south, north, north. South, south, north, north. Start on brick. Start on brick. South, south, north, north. South twice. North twice. End on sand. End on sand. One more at random. Be on sand. Orb is at 4. Dodge ice. Look away from 4. Don't get baited by the clone AoEs. You have time to dodge. Raid wide's gonna be next. Raid wide out. Following this, get under the boss of Verdant Path. Next up is going to be Baleful Blade, followed by Fourfold Bursting from the Clone. It's going to be with Hiding Behind. It's going to be left. So hide behind and then north, north, south, south. Hide behind and then north, north, south, south. North twice and then south twice. South twice. Chains to break, followed by a raid wipe. Healers, be watching if you have anyone you need to LB to get up. Next up is Iron Splitter, followed by Baleful Blade. Be prepared to get behind a barricade, you might have to. We will be hiding behind a barricade, or maybe not. Yes, hide behind. So brick and then hide behind. Brick first and then hide behind. Hide behind a barricade. Kill this stupid idiot. I'll call mechanics if we need to, but, you know. Alright, well, that was decent. There are traps up ahead. Please wait for traps to be found.
While we're waiting for traps, the fucking hilarious thing in Party B is for the first hit for dashes, almost all of us got like overzealous and sprinted in.
Wait,
One trap is not found. One trap is.
Thank you.
Nyx will be doing the duel.
Like next.
I think Nyx does need protect and shell reapplied.
Yes,
if somebody can get him.
They're waiting over in front of the dual portal for.
Yep. If someone can hit him with protect and shell.
But yeah, most of us in B, we were like really overzealous and like sprinted directly into the first hit for dash. Almost the entire party had one of the thrice stacks.
Yeah,
Oh, I was fine.
The issue with those Ifrit dashes, I always see people greeting in the middle a few extra GCPs.
Yeah,
you cannot. Like, I get out early, and for me, not to greed is physically painful. But it's necessary. Like.
Yeah, I used to get clipped by those all the time, but really it's just recognizing that there are a lot wider than you imagine they are.
So I'm gonna do, since we did have some Trinity Seeker people, I'm gonna do a quick talk over of the Dahu mechanics. Main thing to watch out for that's different from normal mode. There is a mechanic called Spit Flame, where numbers will appear above certain people's heads, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you get those numbers, you'll need to go out towards the numbered marker that corresponds to it, but don't go exactly on the numbered marker. You want to stand on an ad near that marker. So when I call that out, you'll go out if you get the numbers above your head, to the numbered marker, stand on an ad near it. And then for the second knockback, 2 tanks will get marked with flares above their head. They'll get knocked to the safe spot south, the party will get knocked to the safe spots to the north. The tanks can share the same safe spot if they mitigate. That's pretty much it. Everything. Oh, there's an ad phase too, right? For the ad phase, we just burn the ads down. Off tank will provoke off once main tank has all 6 established. And then we'll just kill the ads and they can go back. So Nyx is a...
I am actually getting MT for the edge.
Nice. Nyx is a first-time duelist.
You don't have to run.
We are going to be using their countdown to pull.
I'm gonna deafen.
Yep.
Good luck.
Yeah, they had put willing to do the duel on the sign up. And I'm like, hey, I'm always down to do the duel, but you actually, like, this is a good time to practice. And they're like, I haven't looked into it deeply, but yeah. But I told them, like, 12 hours in advance. It was all good. Starting out, we're going to have ground AoEs. And you never want to use all your pump and cooldowns and stuff here. I mean, you can use cooldowns, but, like, don't waste good action charges. There is no enrage here, so it doesn't matter. It's gonna charge twice. Charging to the north once. Going south. Going to Fire Breathe. Gonna have some ads spawn and do their line AoEs. The next cast bar is Spit Flame. Be ready to look for numbers. There'll be little number dots above your head if you're getting them.
Duel died.
Oh, well. Alright, numbers out. Check for numbers. Go to your corresponding marker if you get it. And stand on an ad near that marker. Give me a left-right shockwave next. Followed by the knockback. Get knocked into a safe spot. Duel died means they just died to the duel. It doesn't actually hurt our progress. It means we're down a good amount of DPS, but that's not too big a deal. We've cleared Queensguard without the duelist plenty of times.
Wait, you mean mystery bar?
Always mystery prog. We have never had a duelist live through mystery prog. Ad phase is next. Wait for all 6 to be established on Denna before provoking off. Party will want to burn down these ads.
Is there no way to save them?
Nope.
No.
If you die to the duel, you can't be res. No one can get to you, so you can't be res. You are out of the instance essentially. The duel has great power attached to it, but also great responsibility. And it makes practicing it extra anxiety filled. Alright, there's gonna be ground AoEs. Oh, they didn't die. They did now, but ground AoEs followed by a left-right shockwave. You ready to dodge into it? Yeah, they died in re-race, I guess. Spit Flame is next. Spit Flame is out. Check your numbers. You'll want to be on an ad near those. Tanks with flares get knocked south. Flares south, party north. There's only one north safe spot. Flares south, party north. And yeah, getting those numbers out is top priority there. 5 rotating cones, also known as Blamey, Whamey, Spin, and Flamey. To be followed by a left-right shockwave.
One of B tanks disconnected.
Right, and then after this, boss is going to charge either once or twice. Yeah, it seems like some of the lag is catching up now. Lag in DCs. Charging twice.
Neat.
We are going to have to do the second ad phase. There's 2. So as before, you'll just burn these down. There are line and ground AoEs that go out during this.
Oops.
Provoke off. Burn these down. Next up, we're going to have a left-right shockwave. I think there's another set of these ground AoEs. Start thinking about building gauge, resources, etc. Yeah, it does cleanly loop back up to the start. Cool. So the thing about fights like Dahu, the trash fights essentially, even though they are mini-bosses, you don't get LB3. So we do have 1 death and a tank still DC'd, I believe.
Yeah, there's still a tank DC from B.
Okay, so that tank will need res. You don't get LB3, and there's also no enrage, so there's not super much reason to like wait on arising. If you arise people like in the middle of the fight, provided they don't die again, it allows them to build gauge and resources for the fight coming up. Normally, like you don't do that as much in fights proper because you have to wait for arise, or you have to wait for LB3 because that's just better. Yeah. Also, Nick's bad trap patterns are just, yeah, the way of life. Unfortunately, you eventually get a better feel for like how to percept a wider swath at first, and then like, I don't know, like if you get a bad trap pattern, you just have to book it and hope. Yep, I've gotten the exact last one. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. At that point, there's not much you can do. Then did you die earlier on too? Because someone said the duelist died, and we thought you were just wiped. But then we saw the message later on. It's like, oh right. One thing to mention though for people dying to the duel, there is zero shame in it. It is it's not a super hard fight, but it's got some tricky things to it, and nerves are real. For the duel. Much like the duels in Baja. Yeah, the O is a special. Let me find the gif of that actually. I say the O is a special like there's not like 4 O's of specials when it comes to the duel. Alright. Gotta I see it right now. It says, do not be like this. So, yeah. At least getting experience on the trap pattern with it being your first time there. You was just doing it.
What do you mean trap pattern?
So the duel has 2 sections or 3 sections you need perception for in the fight. The first one is a maze you have to do, and the next 2 it's kind of a trap finding where you have to find a specific trap to get hit by that one on purpose. If that trap is at the very corner of the room and it's the last corner you check, sometimes you just don't have enough time.
Okay, I'm seeing the GIF right now.
Yeah. So, I'll just move ahead to the arena and do explanations and such. Since we do have lots of people on Queensguard Prog and some people who just got to Queensguard for the first time, I will go through a bit more lengthy explanations. I can always answer questions or whatever as needed. So at the start, we do need multiple tanks assigned. I am just now getting to the arena myself, so I don't know if we've already figured that out.
B is still missing a tank.
Yeah, they're waiting for him. If they don't get in, we just have to deal with it. So can I get I need a tank for Knight Soldier over here, and a tank for Warrior Gunner over here. Warrior Gunner tank ideally has Dispel, but it's not necessary. So Denna can do Warrior Gunner. Do you swap to Dispel too? You beautiful creature. Okay, so that's our main tank assigned. Haru will be West turret tank. Alex, are you taking East turret tank or just standing at the front? Cool. So that's our tank situation figured out. Alright, so time to talk through the fight proper. It starts out with us fighting all of these. They do multiple raid wides. They disappear after a short period of time or after we burn them below 80%. And next is the first main phase, which is Knight Warrior. We'll tank the Knight in the center and the Warrior off to the east to better do mechanics. The first mechanic that comes up is a tether that will appear between them, either purple or yellow. That's what we need Steel Sting and Spellforge for. We'll have them applied to us during the countdown, and then we'll click off whatever matches the color of the tether. So if it's a purple tether, you'll hear me call click off Spellforge, apply Steel Sting. At the first time through, you do need to apply Steel Sting, or the opposite rather, to, there are 5 classes that do both damage types. That is Dark Knights, Paladins, Red Mages, Bards, and Ninjas. You'll hear me call that out when we get to it. They will need the opposite applied regardless of what they click off. Once we get that sorted, though, the next mechanic is a Sword Shield Omen cast from the Knight and Bomb Slinger from the Warrior. The Sword Shield will decide how we resolve our bombs. If it's Sword, we will resolve our bombs on the outside edge of the arena. If it's Shield, there'll be an orb in the center that gets knocked back. The Knight will charge into it and push it backwards. We need to get knocked back from that orb, because it also does a knockback. Get knocked back from the orb at like a 90-degree or less angle towards the Knight, and that'll prevent us from being hit by the orb, hit by the orb's AoE at the end. Don't be exactly in line with the Knight, though, as it does charge through and can hurt you pretty bad. I can actually get the image. There's an MS Paint diagram that's like unironically helpful for the angle on that. So there's the Shield Omen picture. That's what happens. It gets pushed back and then explodes. But there's also a knockback from the orb of the center, so you'll get knocked back a 90-degree angle or less towards the Knight charging. After that, though, you'll know what bomb you go to. The bombs can get a tether, and you can also get a tether. So when I say check for tethers, you'll see if you personally have a tether attached to you and it moving with you. If you don't see it in time, you do get a little debuff that looks like a set of scales after it applies. So if you aren't sure, you can just check to see if you have a debuff or not. After that mechanic, though, the Warrior will cast Boost, which needs Dispelled. Thankfully, Dana has it and will be tanking it. And then there's Raid Wides. The next set of mechanics there, we'll have to check for tethers on us again. If you get a tether, you'll go to the green Wind AoE. If you don't have a tether, you'll go to the purple Gravity AoE. You want to make sure to be solidly in the center of those because they do overlap. And the Knight in the center will cast Shield or Sword Oath again. We will then get under the Knight and either stay in towards the safe side or move out towards the safe side. We stay in for Shield, we move out for Sword. The way you know the safe side, there are 3 nails that appear around the boss, similar to the Ferrous Storm nails from E6S, or E6 in general, I guess. You'll see the one quadrant that doesn't have a nail on it, and that's the safe side. It's easy once you start seeing it. I can call it out generally, but you'll get a feel for it. After that, we have to Dispel Warrior again, double Raid Wides, double Tank Busters, and all of that loops. Please be using / HUD layout or be moving so you don't get kicked here if you get AFK'd, if you're AFKing too long. So the second section, once we get past that first section, I'll call for healers to swap to Reflect, because they'll need it by the very end. With Soldier Gunner, we take Soldier off to the west and Gunner in the center. First mechanic that comes up, the Soldier will summon 4 fireballs that turn into frogs, 2 large fireballs, 2 small. Based on that, there'll be a safe spot. I'll tell you where to go. And there are turrets that appear on the outside edge of the arena. Once we get to the safe spot, we'll have a circle around us with a 1 quadrant of it having a gap. It is the same mechanic as in Orban Monastery that Mustadio has. It's the same as in the Gabriel duel. Okay, thank you, Sue. It's the same as in the Gabriel duel. It's not a... Yeah, you'll get a ring around you. 1 section of it will have a gap taken out of it. At the start, you get to the safe spot for the frogs and turn your gap towards the gunner in the center. And then you turn the gap towards turrets that you are aligned with. I say aligned with because they do overlap slightly. So make sure you're solidly in line with one and turn your gap towards them. Following that, we have double Tank Buster, then double Raid Wide. And then 2 ads will spawn, the Sniper Tank or Sniper Turret ads. We have those tanks assigned to pick them up in Vuln the cast, and then we all burn them down. Another set of Raid Wides, and then Fire or Ice. If it's a Fiery Portent, we stand still. It's the Pyretic mechanic from, if you've done Castrum, for instance, which you have to if you have gotten here. But it's the Pyretic from Adra. If it's Ice, it's the Ice from that. You just keep moving. Either way, you do what's told. Next, 4 clones are summoned. 2 tethered, 2 not. The untethered ones are safe. They will all jump twice, and then we also have to get to the safe spots, turn gap towards the gunner, then gap towards turrets. I will call out the safe spots. Then there are bouncing turrets like in normal mode, another Fire Ice, double Raid Wide, double Tank Buster, and Enrage. For the final phase, that's why we have healers end up swapping to Reflect at that point. They all have assigned spots on the map. So if you see... Rain linked it a little bit up. It's the Queen Guard Reflect thing. There's like an A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, etc. Healers have figured out whether you are healer 1 or healer 2 for your party, because that's when that comes into play. So for instance, I'm F party. Healer 1 for F would go to the F1 spot to reflect there. Healer 2 for F would go to the F2 spot to reflect there, etc. The healers want to be casting Reflect on themselves a little ahead of time, and make sure to keep it up. Make sure you have no one targeted, otherwise you'll reflect them instead of yourself. They'll just go to that spot, reflect the orbs, and the orbs die. If you see any spot near you not get reflected, please just adjust into it. You do have time to reflect too. At the same time, that A through C and D through F near the north and south, we'll have A through C parties go to the north to burn down an aura sphere there. D through F go to the south to burn down the sphere there. And we'll have to have tanks assigned to have aggro on those and burn them, or and invuln the tank buffs for the cast after. So if I can have tanks yell out, I need a north 1, a north 2, a south 1, and a south 2. It can be anybody but the turret tanks, because you do need your invuln. So
Another party just lost someone to DC.
oof, okay. So again, it is A through C north, D through F south, ideally. Yeah. I did say to... Oh, I can stream, right. I just haven't been screen sharing, because I didn't know if lag would be too much of a thing. Okay, so we do have south 1, south 2. Siri, you'll just have to go to south 2 for that. Normally you'd be north, but as long as you can adjust, that's fine. If it kills the DPS, that ain't too big a deal. Yeah, there are 2 sets of those aura spheres and the reflect spheres. If people die midway through, we can have them call out what their spot was. And then we just have to burn down the aura, the ethereal wards that appear on the outside. The 4 of them, we just burn them down. Respect the coat of arms cast, because that is a directional parry. So when you see that resolving, do nothing, adjust if you need to. Yeah. That's the problem about explanations. If you're AFK during them, but you didn't HUD layout or don't keep moving, you just get DC'd out. Or if you just DC proper. Either way. Okay, so that is all the explanations, though. Can I get ready checks going?
Did a healer DC?
I think a DPS got kicked out.
What's the goal?
I'm back already. I got kicked out for a second.
Cool. I don't know if we have backup dispels. I trust Stena. If that doesn't get dispelled, it can be healed through. B missing a tank and DPS. Honestly, though, for any party to lose 2 people, it's best to be the same party rather than like 1 in one party, 1 in another. Because as soon as you lose 1, you lose LB3. But losing 2 isn't really that big of a deal afterwards, you know? So A, C, D, F. We're waiting on E and on B. Does anyone have any questions here about Queensguard? A lot of it, there's a lot of little mechanics, but most of it can be handled by calls. It's kind of having the idea of what to do with the calls so you're not caught off guard.
Can I just get a refresher shell?
Yeah, if you need shell, stand off to the left in the arena. If you are a tank who needs protect, stand off to the right. Only tanks need protect.
Thank you.
E doesn't have a party lead, so I don't know who's doing that.
Yeah, it's literally anyone in E.
E should be ready.
Yeah, it's just ready check.
Alright, well, then everyone's ready.
Oh, I see it now. It was before I did my ready check, so it wasn't with the rest of it. Cool.
Are you wanting just the main 2 tanks to tank call for, or do you want?
Might as well. They hit hard, but like if your healers are watching, it's fine. So now we need to check. All healers need to have either Steel Sting or Spellforge on. There should be 1 in each party. So we'll want a Steel Sting and a Spellforge in each party. Those will be applied during the countdown. Does any party not have one or the other? So F is good. Yeah, please check if any party is missing one of the 2. We can adjust. I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, thankfully B didn't lose any healers, so we still
Yeah.
got those.
I'm gonna assume, since no one's saying anything, that we are good on Steel and Spell. That's good to hear. Tank stance check, re-raiser check, good actions check. I'm gonna start our countdown. During that countdown, you'll want to start applying Steel Sting and Spellforge. Apply Steel Sting to casters, Spellforge to physical damage dealers. Alright, countdown starting. Start applying Steel and Spell. When you can, the party will want to be more grouped up towards the bosses, because that allows stuff like Cure 4 and Dervish to hit everybody. Oh, hold up.
What?
Oh, no, nothing. Something got applied wrong in my party. I was going to say something, but we're good. Sorry. You can pre-shield your parties as there are raid wites. Okay, we just group these up and burn them down best we can. First set of raid wides. Second set of raid wides out. We are low on DPS just due to missing the duelists, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, we'll be taking Knight in the center, Warrior off to the east. Try to split up your DPS on them. Click off Spellforge, apply Steel Sting. Click off Spellforge, apply Steel as needed. Classes that will need Steel applied are Dark Knights, Bards, Paladins, and Ninjas. Dark Knights, Paladins, Bards, and Ninjas will need Steel applied. Alright. Bombs are going to be first. Sword Omen. We'll be resolving our bombs on the outside edge of the arena. Bombs will resolve outside edge. Check for a tether. If you have a tether, you'll go to small. If not, you'll go to large. Tethers to small, rest to large on the outside edge of the arena. If you had a tether, you'll land before your bomb. You have to adjust into an explosion. I look for exactly where a bomb lands and aim there, because they do overlap some. Alright, Dispelling Warrior is next.
Knight needs to move.
Yeah, Knight's behind. Dispel Warrior, followed by Raid Wides. Got a bit of downtime before the next set of tethers. Relentless Battery is just a filler cast, it's nothing to worry about. It's just there to annoy us. Check for a tether. If you have a tether, you'll be going to the green. If not, you'll go to the purple. Tethers to green, rest to purple. Make sure you're not where they overlap. Then it's shield. We'll get under the knight. Under the knight, and then move, or stay in towards the safe side. Under towards 1, stay close. Stay close towards 1. Dispelling Warrior is next. Followed by Raid Wide. Tank Buster's next.
Warrior's behind.
And then we're going to have all of that loop once. Generally taking the opposite of what happens. Click off Spellforge, apply Steel Sting. It's the same pattern. Which means you shouldn't have to reapply unless it falls off people. This time it's going to be Shield Omen. So we'll be resolving our bombs by getting knocked back from the orb in the center. Check for a tether. If you have a tether, you'll get knocked to large. If not, you get knocked to small. Get knocked from the orb in the center. You want to be a 90-degree angle or less from where the knight is charging. Don't be in line with it. It is a charge that will hit you. Tethers to large, rest to small. Like before, if you had a tether, you'll need to adjust. Dispelling Warrior is next. Knight's behind. Followed by Raid Wides. Some downtime before the next set of tethers. Warriors behind. Swap over. Check for a tether. Check for a tether. If you have a tether, you'll go to green. If not, you'll go to purple. Tethers to green, rest to purple. Then we'll get under the knight and move out towards the safe side. Not sure if it lives to do it. Cool. Healers, swap to reflect. Healers should stop steal or spell for reflect at this time, as they no longer need those. First up are going to be the fireballs. I'll call where we go for this. We'll be going southwest. Southwest. 4 is safe. So get to 4. You'll turn your gap towards the gunner. Gap towards the gunner in the center. Followed by gap towards the turret. Gap towards the gunner. Gap towards turrets you're aligned with. Has to be ones you're aligned with. It's tricky. Tank busters next. Followed by raid wides. Raid wides out. Turret tanks, tank stance on. Once those turrets spawn, we'll pick them up and burn them down. Burn these down. Raid wide's out shortly. And raid wide's out. East needs more. Going to be fire or ice next. Ice, keep moving, keep moving. This lasts a little beyond where the animation stops, so just play it safe. Alright, back to it. Clones are going to spawn. 2 will get tethered and 2 will be safe. They will jump twice. I will call where to go. So north and west safe. Okay. Two, 4. B or D? B or D? Beta or Delta? Gap towards the gunner in the center. Then gap towards turrets. Has to be turrets you're aligned with. Gunner needs more. Raid wides, followed by tank busters. Tank busters out. Healers LB3 should be up. We're going to have gun turrets that bounce like in normal mode. Just respect these turrets. They don't bounce exactly like in normal mode. They can bounce more than just twice. So it's just generally best to play it safe. Fire. Stand still. Stand still. Take no actions. Do not move. Do not attack. Do nothing. Wait. Wait. Alright, back at it. Gonna have raid wides, followed by tank busters. Gunner needs burned down. LB3 if you have anyone down. Healer LB3. ABC North, DEF South. If you were down and had a roll, please yell it out. Healers, be ready to reflect your spheres. Tanks who were assigned the aura spheres, be ready to pick them up. Respect Coat of Arms. Do not grade Coat of Arms cast.
There's a lot of orbs that did not get picked up.
Yep, that is gonna stop. Like, I don't think we can clear now. Coat of Arms. Respect it. Do not greed. Do not greed. Yeah, that's a heavy damage down that it applies to. Second set is sphere spawning. Be ready to reflect. Burn down the aura spheres. Yeah, there's another one that didn't get burned. All
I
right.
think the healer died in it.
Yeah. Well, this is practice. We just don't have the DPS to clear this. Coat of arms, respect it, do not greed. 2 sets of damage downs when we were already missing 2 people. Just isn't doable. And we're dead. So, it seemed like healers were unclear on that reflecting there. What happened? No shame, not at all. I know it's a lot of people's first time ever seeing that. Just trying to troubleshoot.
I was animation locked on my first one, doing LB3.
Yeah, you.
But I
that was
think
the LBS
I saw a
later.
tank got one of mine, and then I got the second one. So,
Yeah, I had reflex still up from my last healing run yesterday, so I kept it just in case.
God bless you, Alex.
But I can't clone myself 4 times. I saw 4
Yeah.
orbs up.
Mine did another, but...
Yeah, did people go to the wrong ones? Did they like not actually reflect themselves? Because like if you have like a tank targeted to heal them, you would have reflected them instead of yourself, for instance. Etc. Just as long as you know what happened and know to correct for it, that is still really good practice there.
Quick question.
What's up?
Do only healers grab orbs and reflect them?
Yeah. Technically anyone with reflect can do it. We just assign the healers to. It's one of those things, it's how it was always done when I was learning it, and so it's just something we've kept up. Healers generally have enough bag space, or that's part of it. Healers have enough bag space and action space to play with generally, and we do need reflect for Sigimalic Lord as well as the Queen, so we just have healers keep reflect till the end for the most part. Yeah, we have time to go back in. We definitely have time to go back in. For missing 2 having damage downs, that was pretty close. Like, y'all should be pretty proud of that. Especially since I know some people, it was their first time ever seeing Queen's Guard. I know the people who were on my run, they didn't see that final phase. So they didn't get practice there. Yeah, Nix, I was gonna say, if you want to try it again, I'll let you. Or if you want me to do it just to like get through it, I'm cool with that too. Cool with whatever. Okay, just let me know when you're ready. Yeah, definitely.
Note on the healer section, if you were like me and popped reflect a little bit late, it does just kill you.
Yeah, Mango. You'll go to your assigned orb essentially. It's not like right when it starts, but there's like by the time you can target the ethereal wards anyway, it's the right time to be reflecting. So you might as well just pre-position.
If you're a bit worried about it, you do have a lot of charges on reflect.
Mm-hmm.
You just go to where they spawn and just like start casting.
Better to use too many reflect than too little.
Yeah.
I don't think you're not going through a full fucking 99 uses in a single.
Exactly. Oh yeah, exactly. So if people miss them or somebody's dead, like in the area, we did have Alu BRB'd as well. So once they're ready, we're good. Yeah, you have time to get 2. The reason we have all healers do it rather than just like 1 per party is just building in that redundancy. So if anything goes wrong, there's like someone who can like watch for it and just grab it right away. It's just the safest way to do it. And yeah, LBing there is tricky with the animation lock. Generally speaking, like once it's in the last mechanics, you can LB for something, or during the transition you have time. But like once those wards spawn, it's a little too late to grab it.
yeah, I think next time I'll just, if it's needed or if the other healer doesn't use it, I'll just do it once the ethereal walls are up. That way there isn't anything else going on.
Is Vane still disconnected? I think we might need to get a replacement for him.
Vane's back.
Is Vane back?
they got DC'd and kicked from the instance, but they were watching on the stream to like get some experience while doing it.
Because I saw we had one not ready. I thought that was Vin. Never
Oh
mind.
no. They were getting re-raisers and then somebody else BRB'd. Yeah, you can. Lionel makes a good point that not only at the end of the phases, at the very end of the fight, once you kill all the wards, you still have a couple seconds to smash that button. So like if you see them all die but hit the button in time, it can res people fast enough. Yeah, we had someone else BRB, so I'm not sure if they're back yet or not. In addition to the one, yeah. But no, that was a great first attempt for a lot of people.
Weird question.
What's up?
As far as the animation lock on healer LB3, is there one healer that has the animation lock more than the other? I feel like I was just sitting there forever as a white mage.
I don't believe so. Now here is some next level tech though. Technically there, you could stand where your orb spawns and use your LB, and your co-healer does have time to reflect another person. You can reflect more than one person if only one of you has it, for instance. So that is technically doable if you're in position beforehand. It just would require a split second adjust for it.
And if your co-healer is fast on the button, they can also rescue you out of the animation lock.
Yeah, I don't think it like completely cancels it, but it gets out of a lot of it. Okay, so Ellie was back. Mitsu's grabbing water.
Yeah, I was just like kneeling there in the middle of the place, just like, get up.
I would recommend either LBing early enough that the animation lock ends before you need to reflect the orbs, or late enough that orbs are already done.
So
Here,
worst case scenario, if you just throw a body on there and then just hope that healer's ready for a reflect, would that work too?
Possibly, but at that point, it's like healers would be more prepared to watch for something near them not getting reflected and adjust, I think, because that's just a more common thing. So I popped us into the instance. We'll see if we actually have everybody good to go. We have 47 to 48 currently, so honestly, that wasn't the worst time for a little bit of a break anyway. I'm really glad lag evened out enough to be playable. Because regardless of whether we can clear or not, that was still a really great practice run. Even if we had to end there, that would still be pretty decent. So I did another ready check. Please check to see if you are... Okay. Yeah, Mitsu had ran to get water. So if they're all we're waiting on, that's fine. And yeah, as far as the Mustadio mechanics go, God, we have all of these staggered BRBs. As maybe I should have just called a 5-minute break. But
it took me this many runs to finally actually get decent at it.
Yeah, like it's tricky. The best advice I have to give for it, you get a debuff icon that shows you which side of your character has the gap on them. And I use that to better position. Because you can just spin around like a chicken with your head cut off and wait to see if it's, yeah, like, I would recommend looking for the debuff if nothing else. Let me see if I can grab a good pic of it from one of my VODs, actually. Because that might just be better for, okay, Carsey is back. I'm putting us in, that should be everyone.
I'm actually curious as to what happens when spite check goes off. Because
Yeah.
I tried, and nothing happened.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
No,
know?
I got hit by it. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened on the aura stairs earlier too, because I didn't get the marker.
Neither did I.
Did it go off?
I got the
looked
South
like
2 one. So I died to the South 2 one.
I wasn't sure about Denna's, because I think when Denna was supposed to be someone else.
I had North 1, and I was on aggro with it, and spite check went off, and then the orb just disappeared.
Wait, aren't you North 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
North
Okay.
one
like,
was someone else.
So
No,
comms
no,
clear.
no, no.
Comms clear for a second. Hold up. We are doing another real run. Please, pures from the get-go, good actions, etc. This is smooth enough to actually take this seriously. Steel Sing and Spellforge seemed all right last time, so just make sure to be consistent with that. All healers should have reflect, etc., etc. Yeah, make sure you have pures, good actions, re-raisers, whatever you need your loadout to be. Check to make sure your Bajin gear is equipped. I don't know. So Nyx will be attempting the duel again, so I don't need to take my duel loadout. Awesome. I did.
Open erasers.
I did link the picture of the debuff from the Musadio, the Gap one, in group chat 3. So if you check that little picture that I linked would show me as having the back of my character having the gap. And that can make it easy to, like, I play on legacy controls, and that lets me, like, pre-position my camera to where I need to be facing in order to resolve it properly, and then just click forward or move forward, and, like, I'll be facing the right way for it. But just, if nothing else, to know what side you have to worry about. Like, it's a clean way to do it without having to, like, all be stacked together wondering where your gap is.
Question. Sorry to be a noob here, but is there a reason we should be wearing Bossier gear?
It's only if it's Bajin gear with haste.
Okay.
So if it's the augmented Castrum gear or augmented DRS gear, it has a save the queen effect.
I see it.
The Bajin earring, though, does apply to, like, everybody can probably get that or have it on hand. And that is just free haste for everybody, essentially.
There is one person who does not have their pure.
If they want to pop, like, if they're waiting to pop it, I'm cool with that. We'll just check
No,
Trinity
they
Seeker.
don't have their pure.
They don't have it all together?
They do not.
This isn't a far enough run in for me to be that worried about it. They're just likely gonna die to stuff. I don't wanna reset when it's just a Queen's Guard attempt anyway. We got close with 2 people just completely not here. 1 person without a pure is not that big a deal. Yeah, you always it is, we say to always double check that. We've had people who are like leads, who are hosts, who are like to have done this a lot, still forget it because they don't double check it. It's like,
it'll happen. It's impossible to literally, like, do this content perfectly 100% of the time.
I think we're good to go. Is Slime's mostly good?
I believe everyone on Slimes is here.
I'm not gonna worry about yeah, I'm not gonna worry about the
everyone tank stance on.
Tank stance check, food check. Y'all know the drill.
Golems is nothing, no traps blue, trap is in white.
Trap is in white. Thank you, Sal.
For Slimes, we have a trap southeast, mid, and north. Same thing as before, slime side. Wait for Perceptors. Northwest tank.
Can Mill get percepted? Sorry, I can't move.
Then me.
Trap is in the northwest.
Blue Golem healers, be ready to Asuna.
All traps sound
Southeast
fine.
tank, grab your slime.
And yeah, middle trap is usually the most important on Slime side. Golems, it's not as important early.
Jenna, you have an extra.
And southwest, okay. The
Sorry,
slime
nothing I
side's
can do.
on top of it. Healers, you may now pick slimes up for your tanks. Feed them enough until they have a +4.
Luna, can you delay? Don't take one until the others have theirs. I'll save the trouble for both you and them. Because mine's at +4 already. Okay.
Yep, healers, when your tank is at a +4 slime, you may pull one final one. Wait off into the side of the room with them.
Golem side, work on ruin golems. We are 3 of 4.
Thank you, tanks, for calling it out. Southwest, northwest, northeast. Waiting on southeast, it looks like, for slimes.
Southeast just waiting for their fourth diffuse. It's using now. So they're getting ready for their Southeast ready.
Alright, tanks commit, pulling your final slime. Move around on the path they don't want to go. DPS stay on top of pulling reds.
Golem side can work on red golem.
Do not leave your room until your slime is rupturing. Alright, everyone head out north. Watch out for traps. Pick up slimes on the way out, red slimes.
Golem
Pop
side
sprints.
stun or sleep demolish casts.
Healers can rescue.
If you want me to die, you might not want to rescue me.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
Nice.
You'll
Head
get
golems
revenge
looks
here
good.
soon, it's fine.
I hate that if I have my pet set to steady and then summon Bahamut, when the pet comes back, it defaults back to guard.
Hmm.
I've been getting annoyed with that too.
Summoner's just cursed, honestly. Let's be real.
The most punished class in this game. Along with Monk.
I was gonna say Monk's also pretty cursed.
Yeah.
Alright, so same deal as before for our tanks. We got Denna, we got Sue. Alright, I'm not gonna do ready checks here. Basically, if you're BRBing, you should have let people know. Let me just double check. Alright, getting that countdown started. Food check. Good actions. Tank stance check. Pures, if you didn't use it before, you will need to use a pure or some defensive action at least. Or defensive essence. You can pre-shield your party for the raid wide. Here's that raid wide. Following this is Fourfold Mercy. Again, using true north orientation. It's gonna be right. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. And Denna is a little crooked here. It's fine, but it's something to watch for later. So stay right. And left twice. Orb is at 1. Dodge ice, look away from 1. Dodge ice again, get away from the bloom. Gonna have a raid wide next. Followed by a basic tank buster. Be away from main tank. Tank buster out. Alright, under the boss, or verdant path, under the boss. Next up, off tank go share. And everyone away from main tank. Sharing, no longer caring, etc., etc.
That's not the line.
Say the line, Bart. Next, we'll wait for chains to establish. You want to wait for that marker above your head to be gone. That's how you know they're established. It'll be breaking and then hiding behind. Break chains and then hide behind a barricade. Next is going to be Ifrit dashes, followed by Baleful Blade. Remember, those are wider than you would think. So don't greed in the middle there. Just play it safe. Start at 4. Start at 4. We're going to get knocked into 3. Knocked into the barrier at 3. Stop in front of 3. Right, Raid White is next. Followed by Stack Behind. Clone Line AoEs are next. Followed by our first Iron Splitter. Hopefully y'all know by now not to stand in orange.
Oh, really?
Be on brick. Be on brick. Boss is gonna jump mid. We'll follow him the next time he jumps. Next will be Sand with Earthshakers. Be on Sand, watch for Earthshakers. Don't cleave the party. And next is Brick with Earthshakers. Brick, don't cleave the party. Clone AoEs followed by a Raid Wide. After you're healed from this Raid Wide, you can get to enter cards around the boss. Then I'll wait till the cast bar. Everyone to enter cards around the boss. Do not greed. Gonna have Ifrit dashes followed by Powerful Mercy. Like before, these are wider than you would expect. Start at A. Start at A. It's gonna be right. We're gonna do south, south, north, north. South, south, north, north. South twice, then north twice. North twice. Orb is at 2. Dodge ice, look away from 2. Look away. Dodge ice again, get away from the bloom. God, south, south, north, north was comfy there. Chains to break, followed by a Raid Wide. Raid Wide out. After this is a basic tank buster. You'll want to get away from main tank. Away from main tank. We're going to have Iron Splitter followed by Fourfold Mercy. Fourfold will be left, left, right, left, right, right, left. Start on brick. Start on brick. Left, right, right, left. Left twice. Or left once, right twice. Right twice, sorry. Then left, end on sand. End on sand. Try to get everyone killed there. Be on sand with Seasons. Orb is at 1. Dodge ice, look away from 1. Don't get baited by the clone AoEs, you have time to dodge.
That feeling when you bait yourself.
Alright, Raid Wide next. Followed by Verdant Path. Watch for LB3. You can get under the boss for Verdant Path. Alright, next is going to be Baleful Blade, followed by Fourfold Mercy from the clone. Clone is to the west. To be with Hiding Behind. It's going to be right. Right, left, hide behind first, and then right, left, left, right. Hide behind, and then right, left, left, right. Right first. Left twice. Left twice. Then right. Chains to break, followed by a raid wide. A lot dead still if people have LV3. If they're waiting to use it till later, that's cool too. But it's gonna be Iron Splitter followed by Baleful Blade. No uptime pattern. Dang. So we'll be hiding behind, but be on brick. Brick first and then hide behind. Brick first and then hide behind. Hide. It's going to be Chains to break, followed by Fourfold Mercy. You'll want to stay near the middle to establish Chains first. It'll be the clone doing Fourfold. Clone is to the north. Wait to break Chains. Then it's going to be left. It'll be north, north, south, south. Wait. Wait. Break Chains, and then north, north, south, south. This will end with a knockback. North twice, then south twice. South twice. Then get knocked into a barricade. Knocked into a barricade. Alright. Everyone away from main tank. Everyone away from main tank. A lot of people cluster to the north. LB if you need to. Not gonna get another chance. Alright, we have a lot of deaths. As always, wait for traps to be found. So as far as DPS LBs go, it is generally, unless you are at Enrage or the very last mechanic you're going to see in a fight, it is not worth it to DPS LB. The reason being, DPS or the LB3 is one of the only times we can get up a like party members. It's one of the easiest ways to do it. So if you LB3 early, let's say, and somebody then dies after you DPS LB'd, that is a wasted chance to get someone up. Unless it, like, actively fought the Enrage, it didn't serve a purpose. Additionally...
Why is somebody's Arise missing me? It keeps saying I keep seeing someone trying to Arise and then I dodge it. Like
that's just... It's got, like, a 10% chance. Like...
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I personally dodged 31.
Yeah. We thank healers for their sacrifices.
Yes, very much.
And we feel very guilty when we dodge it repeatedly.
And that, though...
I'm sorry for being a shifty corpse.
That is why, though, waiting for saving LB3 for healers, unless you're at the very, very end of a fight, is always recommended.
I remember the fucking BA stuff where healers had to, like, re-raise and sacrifice, and then hope the re-raise went off, and they didn't, so then another healer would have to come and sacrifice to try to raise the hero that died. Oh, those were fun times.
And then there was the occasional time when you got lucky and it happened in the teleport room, so you could cancel Doom with teleport.
Portal trick.
Oh, the portal trick! I remember that.
I've gotten some wonky portal tricks of like dying on some people's screen but still making it through. Then yeah, Nyx, you're good to do the countdown whenever. But yeah, another thing about LBs though in here, they don't scale with pure essences, so it's even less worth doing compared to just your normal damage, unless like you're in the middle of Enrage and it's needed to get through. since we save LBs generally anyway, this isn't like Savage where you can use LB3 early and get like an LB2 for the enrage. So it's just always best to save it for the healers.
Are we
unless
taking
like
this countdown? Sorry.
yeah, we're taking this with
Okay, I wanted to confirm because there were people walking ahead, and I wanted to make sure.
I'm just gabbing. I'm being informative.
Thank you.
So there's gonna be line and ground AoEs first, or just ground AoEs to start. As before, no need to use good actions here. Going to charge twice. There's once. And there's twice.
Oh, there's someone dead.
Someone's typing is hot micing pretty bad.
I know.
Alright, the next cast bar is Spit Flame. Be watching for numbers. Spit Flame, check for numbers. Numbers out. We'll have a left-right shockwave after this. Followed by the knockback. Get knocked into an empty spot. Alright, 5 rotating cones, also known as Blamey, Whamey, Spin, and Flamey. And we're gonna have our ad phase. Wait for all 6 to be on Denna before provoking off. There's 2. 4. And burn down the ads, provoke off Denna. He might want to die sometimes, but we don't want him to die.
Fact.
Alright, next we're going to have line AoEs plus ground AoEs. There's going to be a left-right shortly after, so be wary of where you're placing these. If you pre-position for that left-right, you can eat the safe spots with your AoEs. It's some shit. Alright, Split Flame is next. Check for numbers. Check for numbers. Tanks with flares will get knocked south. The rest of the party will get knocked north. Flares south, party north. Five more rotating cones. Gonna be a left-right shockwave next.
Someone's Pokeballing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much we can do about it. After this, he'll charge once or twice. Twice. Neat.
I just think it's neat.
At this point, I have so many little, like, verbal tics and regular calls that people could just meme about. Like, you could make a fucking Fire Rail soundboard at this point. We will have to burn down these ads. He's not low enough. There's 4. Provoke off. Burn down the ads. Dodge the AoEs while you're at it. The reason we focus the ads, partly is just because that's what you do in this game, but partly also they get a stacking damage up buff that will shred Denna. You can, like, stagger provoked and have each tank end up taking 2, but it's just not really worth doing.
It's like the payload in Overwatch, nobody does it.
Alright, Alright, gonna be more ground AoEs plus line AoEs. A left-right shortly after, so be mindful of where you're placing those ground AoEs. Alright. We did have the DC. I don't believe they're back. I'm not sure if they fully DC'd or not.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
They're a
They
healer
fully
too.
DC'd at 0.4%, unfortunately.
We have to, we don't know yet. Nyx is still going.
It's still sealed off.
Yep. You'll know if the duel is cleared because there's like a line that's like, why won't you? And then it'll say it's no longer sealed. I assume they're just playing it like super safe. At first, that's what I did. My first like full-time group was a low percentage rate. But yeah, healers can wait. That is enrage. Oh, was that killed right at? Is Nyx alive?
No, Nyx is dead.
Oh,
Okay,
damn,
then.
that was enrage then.
Alex, why are you slapping me?
Just don't disconnect Nyx. Still need that.
Because you deserve-
Healers don't go forward yet. We do need to rest someone possibly. Oh, there's some healers already waiting. Cool.
All right.
I just saw a lot of people running through the thing.
Did you say because I
I
deserve
saw
it?
there
That's
were
fair.
like 2 people staying back, so...
Okay, back to my dungeon.
My first time. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had like super weakness. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed a dispel, and then after that, it was just like I didn't have potion kits.
Did you try to dispel too early and it just didn't apply? Because
I
that
actually
gets a lot of
dispelled
people.
a second too late. I dispelled it right as the auto hit me.
Yeah. Yep, that is how it goes. My first time was a low percent enrage because I think it was a single digit. Because I didn't have any self healing. I didn't have potion kits or potions to use. Because I didn't even think about it. It was like early on when no one really knew what the duel had to offer. I had watched like a single video on it. But yeah, you've at least seen all the mechanics now. So what all killed you? The dispel and what was the other one? If you had
It
multiple
was
weakness.
dispel, and then after that, I think I got a second one to the coerce, and then after that, it was just like I didn't have the healing or
the damage, yeah.
The damage to kill it.
Because if you get one shot, then your potion kit does nothing, and then you've essentially lost a potion kit. Yeah, I thankfully I skip forced march like every time, because like I've done it like twice, and at this point I
Yeah,
feel like,
it was,
oh god.
it was so much longer than I thought it was. Like I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I should have plenty of space to go through the fourth square, and then it was like just enough to put me in the wall.
Mm-hmm. No, that was good though. Good attempt. And of course, like the more familiar you are with it, the more you know what to greed, the fewer mechanics you see, because the more you push. Like I was such a bundle of nerves the first time. I just like had no Higginbana uptime. I missed everything. Our DC is back, so we can start resin them.
Yeah. Also, when you get a better pattern, like inescapable entrapment is so much less awful.
I have gotten like a perfect pattern of like single percept, see everything, and greeted too long on the boss and died. Because I was like a GCD too late to get to the ice trap. So that's the opposite problem. I always say do not greed, and then if you see, I'm always there trying to greed.
It's like 5 healers trying to rest. Like, great.
Yeah, we just don't have good Arise luck today. Kind of across the board.
If all of
Yeah, I'm
them
always
use
gonna.
one single arise, it's 25 arises.
Mm-hmm. Hey, they're up. Cool. So that is everybody but Nyx alive. Because the duel is a punishing mistress. How confident are you at going back into it though? Like for realsies, or would you still want more practice?
I think I might want like one more practice run, but that one was already so much better. I think as long as I don't miss the dispel / greed Surge of Vigor.
Yeah. We have all our healers coming up now, so we can get shells and stuff taken care of.
I think the only we're missing is unfortunately the dueler.
Yeah.
F in the chat.
F in the chat for the dueler.
And that's just part of learning the duel it's so intimidating for a number of reasons. And knowing that, like, great, now you're out of the run. And great, maybe they die because they don't have the DPS for your duel. Like, that is a shitty feeling. And, like, that anxiety is just baked into attempting it. There's no way around that. Like, you have to be willing to push through that to even get the practice to be good enough at it.
I mean, I think if the healers have the reflect on the orbs, we should be having this.
Yeah, we
had two of the guys dead and one of them at 1% with failing 2 of the orbs for the damage down and having a DC and having the dueler dead.
Yeah. Let's do ready checks. And does anybody have any questions? So we got a good pull in. We saw all the mechanics. Was there anything people need clarified?
On that orb phase, I know the healers are reflecting it. Is it okay to DPS the orbs or just don't attack?
Just don't attack them. There's no point. You can't burn them down before you would need to anyway, and reflect kills them in one shot.
So we burn the Aurora orbs.
Yes. So right. That is good to mention. There are 2 different kinds of orbs. There are the ones that the healers kill, and then there's aura spheres. One to the north and one to the south. If you look at I'll reshare the thing. So in the image Prima just shared, the A through C and the D through F, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much you'll see everybody bunched up at the A through C or E to F, or D to F.
Yeah. Can I
last
get...
time we didn't have enough on the top orb, and I have no idea what Spite Check actually did.
Yeah. Can I get the A through C and D through F, the north 1, north 2, south 1, south 2 figured out again? Again, north should be A through C, south should be D through F. I just want to make sure we have that locked in. Because I know last time C2 was missed, so any tank from D through F parties that is not one of the reflecting, or one of the turret tanks. Basically what you would do on the second aura sphere that shows up, you turn your tank stance on, you provoke it, you make sure to have aggro. After it's dead, you'll get a little marker above your head, you just invuln, and it's just a tank buster.
If you want to play it safe, don't provoke immediately, just wait till it's at like half. If it's not targeting you, then go, oh no, provoke.
So, I need a South 2 volunteer that is any tank in D, E, or F party who is not already volunteered and is not one of the turret tanks. South 2, thank you, Risa. Alright, so that is that figured out. Let me look through ready checks. We got F, C, A, D, B, and E. That is all parties reporting ready. Tank stance check, food check, re-raiser check. Make sure you got your good actions set up. I'm going to start our countdown. We'll start doing Steel Sting and Spellforge during the countdown. So, get Steel and Spellforge applying. And once you're good to do so, you can get up closer towards the bosses to make sure we're all grouped up for the Cure Force and Dervishes and the like.
If you're ranged, don't make the mistake of right-clicking on the boss. I did that once. I never lived it down.
Red mages get both, right?
You can only start with one. You can only start with one is the issue. So red mages get Steel Sting to start, and then you'll have to reapply Spellforge as needed. Yeah, I thought at the start that you could have both from the get-go, and you can't. So you just need your primary damage type 1, and then it has to be applied halfway through.
I'm already seeing dead people. What?
Died to the raid wide. That might be the person who didn't have up here. So split up your DPS. Click off Steel Sting, apply Spellforge. Click off Steel, apply Spell as needed. Red mages will need Spell applied.
Can someone apply Protect to the tank on the knight currently?
To Rain. He's got a marker.
Thank you. I'd
You
like
have
a
Shield
minute
Omen.
left.
You have
Shield
that.
Omen. We'd be resolving our bombs, getting knocked back into our bombs. Check for a tether. If you have a tether, you go to large. If not, you go to small. Tethers will get knocked into large. Rest will get knocked into small. You want to be a 90-degree angle or less from that orb from the night. If you had a tether, you'll need to adjust into an explosion when you land. Dispelling Warrior is next. And Knight's behind. And Raid Wise. Damage is back enough to even. Got a bit of downtime. We're going to be checking for tethers again. If you have one, you'll be going to the green. If not, you'll be going to the purple. Check for a tether. Check for a tether. Tethers will go to green, rest will go to purple.
Oh, god damn it.
Tethers to green, rest to purple. Then it's shield. We'll get under the knight and stay under him towards the safe side. Under the knight, under towards the warrior. Stay in close towards the warrior. Dispel warrior. Raid White's out. Followed by Tank Busters. And all of that's gonna loop. Click off spell, or click off Steel Sting, apply Spellforge. The same pattern as before. Click off Steel, apply Spell. That is not always the same pattern. Alright, Sword Omen, we'll be resolving our bombs on the outside. Check for a tether. If you have a tether, you'll go to large. If not, you'll go to small. On the outside edge of the arena. Tethers to large, rest to small. If you had a tether, you'll have to adjust into an explosion. Dispelling Warrior is next, followed by Raid Whites. Knight's behind. Healers be watching if Spellforge falls off people, as we are reaching the end of the timer on it. Right, check for a tether. If you have a tether, you'll go to green. If not, you'll go to purple. Hold DPS on Knight. Hold DPS on Knight. Tethers to green, rest to purple. Warrior's too far behind right now. Shield Omen. We'll get under the Knight and stay in towards the safe side. Under, in towards the Warrior. Dispel Warrior. Raid White's out. Burn down Knight. Healers swap for Reflect. Healers swap Steel or Spell for Reflect. Frogs are going to be first. Don't LB. Don't LB.
We don't have LB3 because our...
Oh, you're good. You're good. Okay, sorry. Whew. Carry on.
You might as well use it.
Yeah, I was just panicked right there. Go north. Safe spot is to the north. To A. I just saw that. I'm like, what the hell? Turn your gap towards the gunner in the center. Then gap towards turrets you're in line with. Tank Busters next, followed by Raid Wides. And Sniper Tank's tank stance on. We picking up these ads and burning them down. Burn down the ads. Raid wide coming shortly. And it's going to be fire or ice. Fire, stop moving, take no actions. Take no actions, sheath your weapon, don't move. Wait for Pyretic to fall off. Slippery. Back at it. Slippery, you know how to do Pyretic. Bad, bad man. It'll be clones jumping. I'll call out what ends up being safe. Currently, north and west are safe. They'll jump twice. One and three. A and B. A and B are safe. Get you one of those. Turn your gap towards the gunner. And gap towards turrets you're in line with. Gonna be raid wides next, followed by tank busters. If you die, make sure to use a re-raiser.
When can we use LB3?
We're gonna have bouncing turrets next. So I would hold off. Once those are done, there's a fire or ice as well. And then it's raid wides and tank busters, so. Alright, I always forget this filler cast. Honestly, at this point, once we get to the phase transition is the right time to do it. Because they're close enough. Respect these, I think they bounce even if the boss dies. Alright. Healers LB3 if you need to. ABC will be north, DEF will be south. Be ready to reflect, respect coat of arms, etc. Alright, first set of reflects. Respect coat of arms, do not grade. One did not get reflected to the south. That's a damage down. Oh no, one didn't get to the north either. Yeah. Respect coat of arms, y'all. There's another one coming out. Do not greet it. Second set is sphere spawning. Be ready to reflect. Or a sphere spawned as well. Pick them up, burn them down. Coat of arms, do not greet on it. I don't think we have it. Respect coat of arms, though. Don't greed.
No. Close but no cigar.
Mm-hmm.
That damage down screwed it.
Yep. Damage down plus no duelist. Not much we could do.
Yeah, that was really close.
So close.
I'm not sure what healer
was
missed it there.
Healer was in it, but they were dead. So I don't know if they just like did it too early or too late or something. And
yeah,
then
or
to get the second time around.
Or could have had somebody else targeted, and cast reflect on them instead of themselves. That is something healers have to play it safe there.
Oh, I didn't know you could reflect other people.
Mm-hmm.
You can.
I was unaware that was a thing.
So with only having half an hour left, I'm just gonna call it there. I know we could probably push for another one, but it's late enough. Lag slowed us down a good amount, or the lag test slowed us down a good amount. So a little frustrated to not get through it, but again, this was a prog run, and we got great practice for people. That is what matters here. Since we didn't get through I'll probably do Queen's Guard again next week, just to help tick that off for people who come to the late nights. I know not everyone can make every other run, so even if there are other Queen's Guard runs, it doesn't always matter. I did see though, so in addition to that damage down, I saw a lot of people not respect Coat of Arms. A lot of people just getting like, and I don't know if that was like dancers or like white mages with the size, like getting clipped by multiple, or if that was people just not rotating around enough. Yep, this is always something you have to respect there.
Co-tank in my party. There's something where you should turn off your stance when you're not doing the orbs.
Did they eat it and die?
I don't think no, I died to the actual reflect orb, because if Sara reflected me, and I'm like, oh shit, and then they went to go LB. That's why I died.
Well, it's because you had you're kind of ripping from the both north tanks at points.
Damn, did I really? I don't think I even popped much. Damn.
No,
yeah, that's my bad.
I think it might have been just because you left your stance up from tanking like that with bosses. Then you
No, yeah,
didn't-
that's my bad.
Yeah,
But-
that's why. It's a warning.
But
That's
I think it still hit you, right?
Yeah, I provoked near the end.
Shit.
I know on the last poll you definitely ripped off Dena. Not,
Yeah,
not
you
that we
ripped
got
off me, and then I provoked. That's why I said tanks wait till near the end. As a just in case somebody happens to rip, you can provoke later and go mine.
Yeah.
And like you can yeah, I don't know. If you have your invuln up and you get it, it's not that big a deal. Also, if it
Yeah.
kills a single DPS, that's not that big a deal, really. Like,
I'm used to this strat where it's like, if you get it and you have your invuln up, then you just do it.
yeah, I've seen things. Any tank with their invuln up provoke during it, you know, rather than assigning it.
How do we get our roles updated?
Oh yeah, there were some people who needed the role there. I'll once I get a log uploaded from someone, I'll just assign it. We should be good. And yeah, I'll do a Queen's Guard for next Tuesday. I like tackling just a TA for a week, but at the same time, like I know people can't always make other runs, and so I might as well like take a small group along each time, if nothing else. Just work people through it. As far as the sign up goes, I'll have that up in like the next half hour. I'm not gonna be hanging around on voice this whole time tonight.
Aww.
It's late and I work early tomorrow. I work at noon with a half-hour drive on like Wednesdays and Fridays now, because I'm back to my old job, and it is 3:30 in the morning. So I definitely need to. If I stay around to the voice call, next thing I know, it's 6 a.m. and I'm getting 4 hours of sleep. Like,
oh, you can't add it here. I tried.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I do have a quick question, and it doesn't have to be you that answers it, Furiel. How do AoEs like slash work for the coat of arms?
I think it is still like where you are in relation to the ad. Like I'm not sure though. It's just generally something I wouldn't risk probably.
You
like
could, but if you're going to do it, literally go to the let's say it's facing the center, face the center and point out.
What do you mean point out?
So
Oh, I see
basically,
what you mean.
face
Go
the outside
inside
of
of
the arena.
it. Go inside of it and then point out. Got it. That's
Go to the middle of the
interesting.
arena and then point
and then
out
point
just
away.
to be safe.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
is,
yeah. Or walk through it or something.
Well, because even then, if it clips you when you're testing it, you're at least not thrown into the wall.
True. Okay.
It's mostly I'd be worried about clipping some of the other ones, but it
Yeah.
should be fine because
It's
you
a
are
pretty
in the
small
safe
AoE,
spot.
I'm not worried about
Yeah,
that.
it's not big enough to worry about that.
Well, there's also a size, etc. It's like
Yeah. With like a size and dance, like I think when they're all four up, you can position like in the corner near yours and just hit that. But sometimes like the facing is messed up for that, depending on the like where exactly the parries are. Denna, did you get the roles assigned already? I'm blind.
it's in group
I
chat.
see it now.
In group chat 3.
Oh, Dinah, I'm sorry though. I went to look at the replay. I literally had all my buffs for the second one. I'm sorry.
No, that's why it's warning you in the future, because if you as I saw you had ripped on both orbs, it would have been like, I'm sorry to say, you do not have
Yeah.
2 invulns.
Yeah, the
I'm just not used to even really switching tank stance off.
Yeah.
Like I think this is my third time I've tanked to Queen's Guard. But that's my bad.
And as far as that,
I would have found out real quick.
as far as that goes, like we have had runs of not having to duelist and clearing. We've had runs of like eating damage downs and clearing. This run as a whole was like a little low on DPS, and I think some of it is people just like getting used to things, getting used to how their lost actions work, not all having haste gear, etc. So it was kind of like a perfect storm of stuff, keeping us away from that. But like we had 2 really good prog runs, and that's kind of what we were here for. Yeah. Anyway, I'm taking off. Later.
Later. See ya.
Yeah.
Good times. Then again, I was not expecting to tank stuff.
Oh, why is that?
Because Fearhill put me through a run about 20 minutes before it.
You know, I saw him post the updated roster, and then again you got pulled in for this.
Well, that's
for
because I was in the
June's,
DRS
and then
spam.
this one.
Oh no, that was the DRS spam for June's, and they went, "Oh, I left in the middle of the run to go join June's," and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch anime." Oh, Fearhill just messaged me.
That's funny. I like how earlier, I'll just offer myself, in chat. I'm not gonna DM them, and then that's funny. And then you end up in both runs.
So I was just gonna do DRS spam and then run Prey tonight, and that's like, oh, both
I
runs.
appreciate you having you on Slimes than a TBH, because then I don't have to explain anything to you. You know what you're doing.
I know at least enough to be like, I'll die at some point. And the great reaction of, my healer's outside the door. I'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
And
For a little bit.
I was given too easy of a role. Hallway tank.
To be honest, Slime Tank is also just as easy.
Oh, I
yeah,
know.
you just pick up. Well,
You hit the first
I
two
think
slimes,
it's
stand
easier
on your
if
button.
you do 3 at the start, because then you don't have to do anything.
Well, even if
you
you're
don't have
doing
to worry
free for all.
about free for all.
No, even free for all. I stand inside the room, hit 3 slimes, and then run over to my button and say, "Healer, your turn."
Your turn.
Yeah, I prefer the free for all. That's just my. Just sit there.
I don't know,
Back at
maybe
the floor, and then just leave the pressure off the healer.
I'll do a free for all call next time then.
Yeah, it's just people need to not be greedy on the.
Because those are the two strats used. I think next time I'll use free for all for practice for everyone else. Probably not red slimes in rooms though. I don't know. Depends if it's early prog.
Honestly, free for all, like I've been thrown literally into the wind, in basically,
Hear me?
Yeah, stop.
All right, perfect. Okay, so I noticed that when he was playing, he has some bindings like F1, F2, F3, and so on, right? But when he presses those keys, I noticed that it's like multiple taps. So I don't know if he just presses them like until the skill goes off, or if there's an option for the key to like.
Yeah, no, he does that.
It's usually spam skills.
I
Gotcha.
spam my buttons definitely.
So
just
you
so
can also.
remember,
I don't usually spam them too much, except for macros, because if you press it like a little bit before the button's about to be ready, it'll go off.
But one of the things is he's also calling.
Yeah, so he's less focusing on that and more like, I
he's
need
not
to do this, I need to
focusing
do
on that, and he's just got that muscle memory. Is just like, okay, this needs to go off, and so yeah.
Yep.
I see.
He's staring at the screen. Basically, he's staring at the call. Actually, he might also be looking at his notes to be like, "This is what I need to do. This is like this."
Gotcha.
And just looking for, especially for samurai, it's just, do I have my stickers up? Yes. While staring at the boss, going, "My dot is not on this yet. I must put the dot on this." I guess for samurai, for Queen's Guard, you could put the dot on both.
You should probably always spam
the
Yeah,
off
you do.
GCD, they can eat up your normal GCD actions. So if you pop something like right before your GCD comes off, it will even though you press it in that time window, which is half a second, I think, before it would react. If your off GCD was a little bit late, it means you have to press the GCD like a little bit later. So it's just better to spam, especially for classes like Sam that have a lot of off GCD stuff.
I see. It's just that, for example, I don't know if you guys have seen like Link's video. In one of his videos, he explained like he uses a MMO mouse in which you just have to press like the button, and the button just keep pressing on the skill that he wants automatically
yeah.
between macro. So I was wondering
Yeah.
if there is something like that for keyboards as well.
Oh yeah,
or-
all mechanical keyboards nowadays pretty much are programmable. Like you can program like a bunch of the keys.
Oh, excellent.
But
Great to know.
just as a side note, I think that's against the TOC.
Oh, I see. Didn't know that as well.
I mean, I'm probably nobody would care, but just be aware.
Gotcha. Yeah, thank you so much for that clarification, though. All right, guys. So that was pretty much all. Thank you so much for the run, and have a good night. All right.
Good night.
Alright.
Yeah, so then you were talking about dotting multiple things as a samurai. Yeah, Bun Me from the CBT does that. We'll go around dotting or hit, what is it, Higginbana or something like that.
Yeah.
And he'll do that on the last phase too. He'll dot all 4 of them.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. It's more like I don't play. Frankly, I don't play anything that can dot. Oh my god, a paladin could do that too for DPS.
But you know what you could do as a white mage too? Stand right in the middle, and as soon as the whatever that guard thing is, you know how it drops it, and they said don't greed this. As soon as that happened, just a size, and you'll hit all 4 of them.
I was gonna say Seraph Strike and then a size. So a paladin
no, you
technically
can't get,
could do it.
You
but,
can't get into the middle quick enough to a size. Unless you line up perfectly with one of them, you know, that's facing the middle, you can Seraph Strike, get to the middle, make sure that the shields drop before the cast goes off, and get
Seraph
reflection.
Strike and have the other white mage rescue you back to the middle.
Yeah. I've tested it a couple times, and I've also killed myself doing that shit, so, but I figured it out.
That would be like me saying I'm gonna go to something besides a tank.
Well, I'm just saying. You go as a white mage.
Don't think I've tried?
Well, yeah, you've gone as a white mage once, but I don't think we got to Queen's Guard.
No, we did. I've been to healer once on Queen's Guard, but I've been to TS a couple times as a healer. But I've sometimes signed up as a healer, and they're like, "We need you as a tank," and I'm like, "Okay."
Sign up for next week's runners-up.
I've already signed up. But
I think I could go tank again.
I just go tank. It's just fucking comfy. Also, I just assume I'm tanking Queen's Guard. I wait a few seconds and then goes, anybody else gonna do it? I got warrior.
Oh, I was gonna do it if I wasn't lagging.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm perfectly fine. I don't. Sometimes I get a slight hiccup, but I'm like, yeah, fine. But it's more specifically like warrior gunner. Nobody really wants. Partially because a warrior, like you have to dispel warrior, and then gunner, you have to, based off where you position it, people then have to face their turret, and you want to get as close to center as possible.
I was really mean to our healers.
Yes, you fucking were.
Queen's Guard
my
that I'm
God.
not like dying to doom stacks every time the turrets and like the gunner phase comes up. Like I used to eat 1 or 2 bounce stacks every time we had the turrets and the Mustadio thing. Like every single time, I would be eating 1 or 2 stacks from that mechanic, and I would just die even before the phase was over.
Here's a fun fact. Both tanks that were doing the gunner warrior or soldier warrior, whatever, were in the same party. And
were
one of the two
fine. It's
tanks
okay.
was using an honored sack the entire time.
It's okay.
Was
We
not a
were
warrior.
fine. We were fine. We were fine. Nobody died.
We were actually fine aside from the beginning. The beginning is very, very, very scary.
It was
I
just
started
the
TBNing you, 'cause I'm
first
like,
one.
"Where'd
I
they
didn't have
go?"
any lilies that time. That's why. Otherwise,
I
we would have been
literally
fine.
popped every defensive cooldown.
I saw you. You had like 2 health.
I
At
TBN'd
one
you when you got
point.
that low. I'm like,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looked like I heard the critical health heal sound effect, and then I looked at my bar, and I have a lot of yellow health, and not very much white health.
But yeah, no, nobody, the other healer wasn't using LB3, and I didn't want the person to time
No,
out.
I was picking up what you were putting down.
Yeah,
it's,
like
it's just that reflect fell off just a little.
yeah,
Just
I tried to reflect. So then what I did was I reflected you and I reflected me, and then I did LB3, thinking that I would hit it. I was in the hitbox too. That's why it killed us both.
God, when your brain is too big.
But yeah, I should have just not. I just was worried that the other person was going to time out because they died at the very beginning.
Nah, honestly, the problem is almost can expect it because they can't survive a raid wide. Which the closest you could have done is okay, the Queen's Guard, like as soon as the one in the middle had done it, then the LB3. Because we have a
Yeah.
little bit of downtime. That was the only time I really would have seen it because any raid wide they're dead.
Yeah. I tried, but I won't take the responsibility of LB3 unofficially next time. I'll just let the other healer do it. Because I honestly feel I was Astro in the previous run with June, and I was LB3ing, and White Mage definitely has a longer animation lock. I'm almost positive.
It's the same. It
It
feels like
feels
but it's
so much longer.
Maybe because
I
the
think
animation
it's
comes
because
out
like
later.
you're just actually sitting down.
Yeah, I think it's because the white mage just
and you're
doesn't
like, oh
actually
my
have any
god, I
movement.
can't move.
I don't know. It just feels so much longer. But maybe we should time it.
For what it's worth, the way I use the LB3 is I don't bother healing the raid wide. I just use the LB3 to heal it.
Yeah, that is actually a good one to be.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Well, I've timed the LBs to do a party-wide heal.
Although,
because I'm lazy, usually in Trinity Avowed.
I almost had
like if you need to pick someone up and there's a raid wide, you might as well, right?
Oh hell yeah!
Wait for the raid wide.
Wow.
LB3.
Make sure you shield yourself first, though. Well, like Infinity Avowed, I'd shield myself first and then do the LB because that bleed could hurt.
Denna and Rain definitely padded my healing numbers, so I'm okay with that.
His healing parse is the only thing that ever matters.
Well, you know.
Oh, I know.
I was literally the worst tank for you to heal them. also on top of being a gunbreaker.
Yeah, you don't have any. Like, if you were warrior, I think it would have been easier.
A warrior
so much self
didn't
healing.
even have to heal me if I was warrior.
Yeah. But Gunbreaker, I just wish they had more like healing utility. I feel like Paladin and Dark Knight has so much mitigation. Gunbreaker is just so far behind.
Like, I've been warrior most of the time. After tank busters, I heal. Cool. I have big
Yeah.
healing buttons. When I got bustered by all the soldier of the night, my eyes just dilate, and I look at Aurora, and I know that's not gonna help.
If this was Eureka, I would have said Eureka Pot.
I mean,
right.
technically you have Eureka Pots. Yeah, it's called the Potion Kit.
To be honest, I actually had potion kits on me just in case. I just never popped one. Well,
Dude,
I
that's
actually
true.
looked
I
at my
should
re-raisers
be
and was like,
using them. Huh? Fuck, I totally have.
You could use mimics and then use a couple of them just in case.
I totally have room. You're a genius.
I know.
I can still be me.
You can still be mean. It's like if your HP had dropped. Honestly, for the early pull, like the two tanks with their stance on could literally just be like have one or two Eureka or one of those potions be like pre-pop one.
Yeah.
Oh, my HP dropped low. Boop.
Bloop.
I'm good.
All right, folks. Good night. And we'll
Night.
see you
Good night.
around.
I see you in here, Sefira. Thank you for healing Party F.
Yeah, what was that all about, Tari?
Did you creep?
It's not like I didn't heal at all.
You just Seraph Strike for 80% of the fight. You chained it. Imagine actually chaining Seraph Strike.
I just didn't use a pure for the last like 3 runs.
Wait. Oh, you used Templar.
Yeah, I was running Deep Templar.
As long as the co-healer agrees, you're technically fine, actually. But as long as you bring probably a one in your holster as a just in case, like a Templar with some, or Templar, a pure with some arises.
Yeah, I had 5 arises and a backup pure in my holster the whole time, but we never got that far. Like we never got to the point where we needed it.
I brought shenanigan trays on Rain's run, just in case something happened to my healers in that one. I was like, I had Spellforge Steel Sting on me. I had. Yes.
Dana, you're a walking support bag is what you
I was a machinist.
But still.
But no, the problem was I messaged June to say I might be going healer for if this happens again. The first like swords came out, both healers died.
Well.
Now you see why I went. My first response is, I'm gonna bring backup trays for stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't trust myself full creeping, but it was like, I might creep. But I wouldn't have had as fun a tray or thing as, machinist running away. God, that was great. That is the single highlight of my day. Oh, no matter what, nothing. I don't think anything else in DRS could ever come close to being like, Denna's running away from 4 mobs.
Right.
It was beautiful.
Have a good night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna have off as well. Good night.
Good night.
So, night. Hello.
Hi, Zach.
What are you guys up to?
Hello.
You're so quiet.
Me?
Yeah.
It's because she don't like you.
Apparently.
Sorry, Zach, I don't blame you.
I don't know why. I had nothing changed over here, so.
Oh my god.
We're playing
Sorry,
League.
we're playing League. Luna's into. Oh.
You dumb bitch.
This champion's so troll. 208. Special.
Nice alt fizz. You look great. Honestly, I just want my Leandries and Demonic Embrace. That's all I want in my life. Can I int? Not like that, though. I was trying to execute, but fuck, I flashed too late.
Oh, I forgot how an HP bounce.
Good job. Big proud.
Thank you. Here, I got this, guys. Oh.
I'm coming, team.
I got you. I got you, fam. I got you. Pop off, big. What the fuck you doing?
You like that?
No. Okay.
No one saw that.
Let's just stay behind and chaos everything.
I will beat the shit. Hello? And alright, Shaco, Shaco, whatever you want to call him.
There, I got you enough. I need to die.
Just do another perfect game. You got this.
Oh, oops.
Burn to death. Please. Alright, Jinx, just stand in it.
Power shoot.
Bro, she flicking flash for that shit.
I don't know, bro. It's a 3-0. Come on, cat. Got
I mean,
you,
y'all
cat.
have fun.
I got you, cat. Dumb bitch.
How much money do I need? Oh, I can in right now and get my item. But kind of really want to kill.
Oh, I'm back at you. I have 7k gold. Okay.
No, you're in there, piece of shit. These stupid boxes. I hate this piece of shit.
I need to die.
No, go perfect game.
I bet. I bet. Fuck.
Okay, Katarina finally did something.
Nah, Loki has Katarina been popping off.
Can't believe I died to a box. Goddamn.
I don't know what's anymore.
I don't know what just happened.
Bro, I'm level 16. Oh, I couldn't knock. Died too fast, bro.
That looked really fucking funny, actually. I'm dead as fuck, boy.
Hate that. Oh, wait, this guy was on me. No! Wait, what? What killed me?
Shaco has burned.
No, it was Jinx, but I don't know what the fuck Jinx did to kill me.
This guy keeps throwing his stupid dagger at me, too. Like, he keeps doing this cheap trick of stealthing and coming backline.
Yeah, that's how you play AP Shaco.
Fucking little bitch.
Okay, I just bought like 3.5
Ah. Yeah, walk up again. Okay, I don't have snowball.
Okay.
Okay, Cho, just don't knock him up. That's cool too.
Copy. Coming to carry. Of course.
He's gonna burn. Get fucked, kid.